So I want to make a quick video on the ego's role in surrender because a lot of people think of this ego as this bad thing that they need to get rid of when they're on the spiritual path. But what many people don't realize is that in your initial spiritual journey, the ego is actually very, very important. It's a motivating factor because in order for one to change and start to take actions that perhaps might be uncomfortable or unfamiliar, there has to be something that's pushing that behavior. And in the early phases of spiritual development and even, kind of mid phases, the ego can be that thing because one has to think that they're going to get something. And that person that's going to get something is actually your ego. For many people, that outcome that they're looking for, it could be more peace. It could be more joy. It could be because someone that thinks that when they're enlightened, they're going to be more creative or they're going to be able to manifest or whatever people want to believe. But there is this kind of motivating factor in these early phases of this kind of by me where someone is realizing that they need to surrender. But the reason that they're doing it is because they think they're going to get something. And you do get stuff. And you can surrender and still have that ego. But eventually, what one starts to realize is that to reach even higher levels and be more at peace and more at joy, this whole means to an end thinking of the ego must also be let go of. And one must have unconditional acceptance of reality as it is. And so this is a quick one, but an important one because it's not about getting rid of the ego. It's about being aware of it, and it's about integrating it and seeing it for what it is. And we're going to talk a lot about this in an upcoming video on witness consciousness, which is really the kind of, I call it, second phase of the surrender process. And we're going to go into very specific details on what that looks like. So if you don't know what any of that is, it's totally okay. But if you like this video, you know what to do. Make sure to check out the next ones, subscribe, check out my Substack, and we'll see you on the next video.